So, welcome. Today we're going to be looking at being really grounded, and I showed a photograph of, it's a Oaxaca photograph in Mexico of the sacred cacao of the cocoa tree, and being absolutely grounded in who we are when actually the storms are raging around us. And I know this has happened through the ages. There's nothing new about shifts and changes, but we always hope that the world will settle down and that goodness will outweigh suffering. And yet, even in suffering, there is a goodness. And there's a sense of it opens up spaces for something else to happen. And that's really hard for us, any of us, when we're suffering and when we are experiencing huge shifts, both in the world and in our personal lives. So that's what this set's going to be all about. So welcome. I'm still a little bit in Mexican time. So let's ground ourselves, sitting, scooching ourselves down into a comfortable position. Back straight, feeling the support of your back. Whatever is coming from behind, that which we do not see, we honor that. So we are embodying a holding position of feet staying firm when we do not know. Breathing into this, sensing your own positioning of being grounded like that cocoa tree, deep into the earth. Slowing your breath down, noticing where your hands are, just noticing them. See if you can relax your bottom muscles, your legs, your shoulders. Breathing into your heart. Honoring the breath. Whatever the weather throws at us this day, whatever the emotions that come up, because that's another weather system, we welcome them without resisting, without pushing away, dropping into the body as the first point of reference for the embodiment. The more we strain against ourselves, the more we resist, the more brittle we become. Softening your face, dropping into whatever is. And notice, without pushing away or going through the wardrobe of your emotions to say, oh no, let me choose a bright color. Just see what arises. Coming right down into the depth now of your belly. Feel the breath down in the cave of the belly where it's safe, away from the storms. Expanding and contracting in a rhythm of life. Staying with the concept of the cave, we have three major holes or caves in yogic philosophy, one of which is the mouth. Feeling into the cave of the mouth. huge amounts of senses that happen within the mouth. You only have to think of a newborn baby. You know how much they depend on the senses within the mouth. Feeling with your tongue around your mouth, around your teeth. Relaxing now your tongue to allow yourself to be. Now sense us as a group in the cave together. Some of our greatest suffering is isolation, feeling alone, feeling that we're not supported. Feeling into that sense of community in the darkness of a cave. And imagining that we're all breathing one breath as you breathe in very deeply. As we breathe in, we hold each other's breath, each other's suffering. Then we breathe out life. Dropping down further into the experience of oneness. Bringing your hands into prayer mudra, right at the heart center, where we can process, and the heart has access to both the internal world and the external. And more than anything, the heart is collective. See if you can feel into your own heartbeat. And the warmth between your hands. Sense into the blood flowing, being pumped around your body. And we tune in. Let's breathe in to begin. To vibrate with where you are, the country you're in, the world that we share, and beyond, right into the universe. We are one big vibration, pulsing through time and space. And just for this next half an hour, drop down into trusting that we are where we're meant to be. that we don't have to hold the whole world up. And release. And so the set's going to be a standing up one again. So we're going to do warm-ups sitting down. So let's begin with doing a Sufi grind, seeing as we are coming back down into the roots of that cocoa tree. And what I suggest you do is put your hands on your mat in front of you with your fingers spread, shoulders dropped, and sense into that Sufi grind in that position. Using your breath, it will be quite small circles. Feel the micro movement as you go from one cheek to the other cheek on your sitting bones. See if you can drop your shoulders down so you're pushing down into the earth. Using your breath to power you. And the sound is not working great, so I'm not going to play music, but the mantra I was going to play is Ma. And you can experiment either silently or aloud with that Ma sound as you do that Sufi grind, feeling into the Mother Earth, that which sustains us, holds us, keeps us, and will ultimately hold our ashes, allowing for other things to emerge from that very same Ma. It's a wonderful vibratory sound of connecting to Mother Earth, the moon, the feminine. It's subtle sound, subtle movement. Ma. Ma. Growly sort of sound, like a mother bear protecting her young. We're protecting the parts of us that might be showing up a bit vulnerable, a bit unsure. Ma. Changing direction. Ma. Coming back now to sitting, shaking your hands out. Feeling the sensation of every part of your hands going floppy. Moving your fingers around. As if we're babies exploring our hands for the first time. Moving your hands through your own space. Moving now the spine in a free movement. Using your breath to power you. And that wonderful feeling of being secure as a baby in the universe, exploring the wonders of the bodies we've been given, exploring your shoulders, every part of your spine, your breath, emerging from the cave, from the ground, the earth, just ready to produce the fruits of the plants that we are. And rolling the shoulders. And the other way. Dropping back down, such simple exercises. Coming out of the numbness or the automatic numb response of how we use our bodies so often as robots. Coming back into every cell, every breath, without judgment, just knowing we are here. Bring your hands up to our shoulders. We'll do a bit of washing machine. We haven't done that for a bit. Breathing into the left and out to the right. Again, staying grounded in your lower chakras. Now moving the upper chakras, coordinating with the breath. Keeping your head forward, eyes gently closed, shoulders slightly dropped. Feel the strength of that movement. Interesting, we breathe into the left and out to the right. We're breathing in really to the right side of the brain. And we're calming it down on the out breath to the right side, which of course is the left brain. And we're moving from the heart center to the thinking center. Coming to the center, take a breath in, hold the breath, pull the root lock, letting the energy come up the spine and release the shoulders down. Take a few moments to allow that to integrate into your system. Now bring one leg out, reaching down with the same hand to the big toe if you can. The other hand touching beside you, breathing in and over, feeling that stretch down the sciatic nerve and all the way down, well, my left side, whatever side is being stretched. Coming back down and then breathing into it and then out as you come back down. Enjoy the movement and explore it in your own body, what's happening. On each breath, so that child within you relaxes more into Mother Earth. Last one. Change legs. Give that leg a bit of a rub if it's feeling a bit stiff. Feeling into that, I've got a bit of sciatic pain. Honoring whatever is happening in your own body without resistance. And then begin stretching and releasing. Keeping that mantra going in your head, that Ma. Mother Earth has seen everything from the beginning of the planet forming through millions and billions of years. She too is suffering, trying to adjust and give what she can so that we can all live well. Last few. And bringing your hand down, touching the earth with one hand, touching that big toe if you can reach it to the other, connecting to our pituitary gland. And then bringing both feet out front, reaching down, stretching the spine as straight as you can, your legs flat on the ground. So if you can't reach to your toes, just reach where you can with stability. Chin tucked in, everything perfect, in alignment. Feeling the stretch going all the way up your legs and the stretch of your spine upward. And slowly start bending down, feeling even more stretch. All this set today is about a deep connection with what is happening in your own body. So experiment with your head, but let that be the last to drop down. Notice how your breath is involved in the movement. That's also part of the physical body as we incorporate the mystery of the breath, which has so much power from the moment we're born to the moment we die. And yet it's probably the biggest part we take for granted and we don't pay attention to. And just coming up, sweeping your hands through your body, coming back into sitting, and then we're going to start but holding your hands clasped behind your back, lifting up into that yogic position, stretching your hands, your shoulders, your whole body. See if you can come as far down into Yoga Mudra as you are able to. Just feeling that stretch. Coming back up, and we're going to start the set. So we're going to do it standing up. So we're going to begin. It's quite a meditative set. And we're going to begin with a miracle bend. but we're only doing half of it, so you can clasp your thumbs together, your feet a little bit apart, and we're breathing in, stretching back, and breathing into it. Long, deep breaths. Now slowly bending down, letting our hands flop to the ground. Long, deep breaths. And feel the floppiness of the upper torso being held by the feet into the ground. Make an inquiry in your own body as to what's happening. Are your shoulders relaxed? They don't need to do any work in this exercise. Feeling the stretch up the back of your legs. And where are your feet? How are they feeling? How are they grounded? Now bending your knees slightly, you're going to come back up slowly so you don't feel faint. And back up into a back stretch. Long, deep breaths. Notice how it might be different from the first time we did it. Just observe, don't judge, don't change. Just observe what's happening in your own body. And slowly flop down again, using each vertebra of the back to hang down loose. Now, as you're holding yourself down loose, I want you to start pumping your belly. Let the breath come a bit like a breath of fire. Very much working on the lower 3 chakras. Now take a breath in, still in this position, and pump the belly. Blood is going into your head from your heart. Your head is beneath your heart. And breathe out. Hold the breath out and pump your belly. And just keep going. Breathing in, holding your breath, pumping your belly. Breathing out. And keep pumping your belly. Observe your body. Observe where there's tension. And all the time ground into your feet. That mantra just in the back of your mind, the Ma. Reminding ourselves we come from the earth. We return to her. activating a lot of our glands here. As well as our organs. Everything is connected. Last few. Slowly come up, bending your knees, honoring your body, your back, your lower back. Give yourself a bit of a massage up and down the spine. Into each of the breaks between the bones in the spine. Stretching back. Now I'm going to do an unusual sort of another Sufi grind. Our arms, the upper arms are down by our sides. The lower arms are just out. Feeling your hands facing up. We're doing a Sufi grind in that position. So you're feeling your upper arms tucked in, your lower, your hands out at about 60 degrees. You can get a really good rotation here of the hips. Keeping the legs really soft. Experiment with that, those feet planted deep into the earth for stability. And imagining these huge shifts that are happening on earth, swaying us, moving us, but we can bend to it. Without being brittle, we soften our bodies. Notice where anything is feeling a bit brittle, and let the rest of your body come to support it. And changing direction. Sensing into your hands as they face up to receive. Huge sensations we have in our hands, as we do in our mouth. Coming back up to standing again. We're going to do some arm rotations. So our arms are going to be out at 90 degrees, just flexing your fingers a bit. And we're going to move our shoulders in opposite, our arms in opposite directions. So what I do is do the left arm starting backwards and the right arm starting forwards. So it's quite a brain exercise, this. Feels like we're aeroplanes moving through the sky, but one wing is going one way and the other wing is going the other. Just feel how hard that is to coordinate with the brain, feeling grounded into the earth. See if you can release the shoulders from the tension that they're holding. Knowing how much we have to play with complexity in the nervous system, in the brain as it coordinates our movements. Now see if you can change the direction. So the one arm is starting backwards and the other arm starting forwards. Breathing into it. Like swimming in water, doing and release down, release the shoulders, release from the head, through the neck, through the shoulders, through the torso, slowly bending down, bending your knees, and we're going to come for the last 5 minutes. We're going to do a meditation, which is a grounding, healing meditation called Sat Karta. And as you play with the sound in your mouth, we're going to do a body movement. So it's Sat is that great truth within us in prayer posture. Sat Kar is hands out in policeman mode. Tar is hands out. So it's Sat Kar Tar. 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 This is the truth of who we are, who I am. Sat Kar Tar. 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 Sat Karta. 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 Last one. Sat Karta. Breathe in. Give yourself a hug, holding one hand under one armpit and the other over the shoulder. Feeling into the truth, the Sat Karta of where we are, where we're meant to be. Playing a role through the suffering and the openings that come from what happens on earth. Feeling into your breath. And bringing your hands into prayer mudra. Honor each part of your body. Each part of your breath, your nervous system, the miracle of being here on earth. And we close with 3 Satnams. Let's breathe in to begin. Sound. Place your hands over your heart to know the goodness, the love, the contributions we each make here on earth, that they are not forgotten.